Top 5 best moments from David Ortiz's career. 10 moments picked out. We're gonna decide the top 5. I will be like kind of keeping track of like our order, like where we kind of have the hierarchy. Out of all the top 5s I've done, this is probably gonna be the hardest one. There are so many great moments in David Ortiz's career, and a lot of them are clutch moments, and a lot of them are really similar in terms of their weights. It's Papi hitting 51. Let's discuss that. He hit it off Santana, Johan Santana, who was one of the best pitchers, probably the best pitcher in baseball at the time, in his prime. That's a big moment right there. I think that's got to make the cut. So let's walk through this. He breaks the single season record for home runs for a Red Sox. And then what do we see? Ash cheeks. Okay, so then he gets all the handshakes. Yo, is that like the fro days? I mean, if you're gonna, him and Pedro had that same fro, dog. Imagine breaking the single season record for your club's home runs, like ever in your franchise history, and they just show your teammates' ass. I mean, I just don't know. Ortiz hitting his 500th career home run. Oh, he called it, dude. The commentator. The gold batting gloves with the chain so big, it's weighing him down. Look at when it hits his chest. He's like falling backwards. My boy Mookie, love you, man, but it's just unfortunate we got the hairline, and then we got PD over here, Dustin Pedroia. If they didn't earn themselves a guaranteed Rogaine sponsorship after this season, I don't know who can. You know, one thing I noticed from watching pro players, like as they get along in their career, he actually is even starting younger now, is that like when you watch Papi's early homers, he like runs it out or like he doesn't know. By the time you've hit a couple hundred, man, it's like almost like the minute they see the pitch and they decided to swing, they knew that was going to be a home run. This is Big Papi's speech after the Boston bombing first came back.
That we were today, he doesn't say Red Sox. He say Boston.
He's not wrong.
This is our fucking city.
Yeah, said that on live TV, but I think the most important thing about this clip, yes, he says it's not about the name of the team, it's the team's location, it's about the city, it's about the fans. Nobody will dictate our freedom, which I love. Next up on the list to evaluate is going to be David Ortiz's first home run on the Red Sox in 2003.
Only 188.
Only 188?
Deep into left center. Garrett Anderson.
Look how empty it is there, man. Is that Ben Affleck? It is, right? That's Ben Affleck. Interesting thing to note, in 2003, he was still rocking the tight pants. And then somewhere along the line, he's like, I'm not a medium or schmedium, I'm a large XL. Next up on the list is going to be 2004 ALDS Game 3. Ortiz hits a home run to send the Red Sox to the ALCS. That's a pretty big moment to me, man.
He went 2 2/3, did K-Rod. And here's David Ortiz. You see that number today with 3 hits. This could be 4. Back it goes. It's over. The Red Sox win, and they're moving on.
Things to note. A late side of good left the park. Super dope moment. It's 2004. We know what happened that year. ALDS Game 3 sends them on a sweep to the ALCS. 2004 ALCS Game 4. David Ortiz hits a walk-off home run here against Yankees. The Yankees lose. The Yankees lose.
Ortiz in the deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
But this is the win that put them down 3-1 after being down 3-0, and it paved the way to the first time a team has come back from being down 3-0. But this is the first time it's ever been done in the postseason, I believe. That was 2004 ALCS Game 4. Now 2004 ALCS Game 5.
Ortiz fights it off center field. Damon running to the plate, and he can keep on running to New York. Game 6 tomorrow night.
Now, pound for pound, the home run's better. It's a home run. It was cooler. It was a walk-off homer. That started the way back from 3-0. But I don't think this obviously does not happen if the previous doesn't happen. So by default, this maybe gets honorable mention. David Ortiz ties the game with a grand slam. 2013 ALCS Game 2. I believe Verlander had just come out.
Hard hit into right. Back at the wall. Tie game.
That is absolute. This is easy climbing the list. Look at this. Look at this. Holy shit, Tori, are you dead? Austin Jackson. Remember Austin Jackson was supposed to be daddy? Is that Koji Uehara? He was disgusting. Even in the show. I remember Koji Uehara was my best pitcher. I forgot what show it was in DD. I used to use him and just throw splitters, and everyone's like, you have all the momentum. It's complete momentum shift. It's 2013, and this is further cementing Big Papi's legend. The crowd's going crazy. The cops like, fuck it, I don't care, I'm a first responder. If he's dead, he dead. And Torii Hunter's like, I might be dead. That's all that shit is crazy. Last moment here. That was a great one. We'll go through it. Maverick Children's Hospital champion, says right here. Wyoming guy, Boston Red Sox fan.
Maverick, M-A-V-E-R-I-C-K. My favorite people in the Red Sox is Big Papi.
Hey, little Maverick, what's happening, buddy? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. Stay positive. You know, Big Papi right here with my boy Kevin. We love you, okay? And I'm gonna hit a home run for you tonight. Remember that.
He's hitting a home run for you, Maverick.
For you.
Tied the game up at 2. Now in the bottom of the 8th, man on first, same score. Big Papi! Big Papi, gone!
Papi, you never let me down, and you're the best player ever in that Red Sox game.
Tom, great homer, we saw it.
Great homer, we saw it.
I watched that clip before I went live too, man. I mean, do I gotta say anything? When you have a legacy of being the clutchest, one of the clutchest hitters of all time, you guarantee a kid like this a home run, and it means a lot to them. You're like God to these kids. And then you go out and do it. It's more than theatrics. It's more than a storybook. It's a fairy tale. You can't write a better script. And to me, this has to be a top 5 somewhere. And it's funny that this is technically a baseball moment. There's a play involved with it. But the fact that it's a testament to how good of a person Big Papi is, or how much he meant to a lot of people. The fact that 2 out of the 5 moments are going to be something that's not even entirely a baseball related moment. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the honorable mentions first. First being David Ortiz's 500th home run. 500 home runs always got to be, for anyone who hits 500 homers, it has to be in the running for one of their best moments of the career, always guaranteed, because it literally staples them as a Hall of Famer. No one with 500 home runs has been excluded from the Hall of Fame. They make it. It's like a guaranteed number. You reach that threshold, you're going to get in, at least as it stands now. Is his 2004 ALDS Game 3 walk-off home run, sending the Red Sox to play the Yankees in the ALCS, that of which has a legacy all of its own. 2004 ALCS Game 5 walk-off hit. This is the previous game makes the top 5. Spoilers, but this one does not. My logic, and you know, Chad kind of got on board with this, is that this moment right here, the little broken bat up the middle, to send them back to New York, where it was going to be a 3-2 series in favor of the Yankees, would never have happened if the home run, or that sent them to the next day, it put the series 3-1. If that never happened, this moment never happens. That's why the logic is what it is for this moment here. So, okay, now we got the honorable mentions out the way. We're gonna hop right into the actual top 5 list itself. Number 5 is Big Papi hitting the 51st home run. I believe it was a 57 home run season. It's the season where he hit 51 in that game. 51 broke Jimmy Fox's single season record in Boston Red Sox franchise history. Jimmy had 50. Papi at 51. That made him the leader for single season home run record for the Boston Red Sox. It's still held to this day. So to me, holding a record, breaking a milestone, all that stuff, it's glue for someone's Hall of Fame resume. It kind of like puts it all together. Number 4, a humanity moment, not a baseball moment. It was after the Boston bombing. It was their first home game. He was giving a speech, and he comes out and says stuff, and in the video he says, it's not about, this doesn't say Red Sox on our jersey, it's about what it says on our shirt. It says Boston, it's the city, cursed on national TV. Didn't care, it was super dope, but what's most important to me, and to a lot of people who watch that video, I'm sure, is what he said after that, which was, nobody can dictate our freedom. That is a very important message to hold, very dear to yourself. That moment to me just transcends the game of baseball in itself, so of course it will be stapled in here at number 4. Number 3 on this list is 2013 ALDS Game 2 Grand Slam to tie the game against the Detroit Tigers. Now, setting the stage for this moment, there's a lot to dissect here. It's his first home run off Joaquin Benoit. It's 5-1 in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs in a series where they're down 1-0, essentially. People are expecting stuff like this from him. He goes out and delivers, and in the most theatrical way possible. There's like lore to it at this point. That sets itself up naturally for number 3 on this list. On to number 2, David Ortiz hitting a home run for a child. Yeah, he had a heart condition. Super good moment. A boy named Maverick, you know, before the game, Papi is told that he has a message from Maverick. Maverick saying, Big Papi, my favorite player. I mean, you guys can see the clip, but he's like, you my favorite player. Big Papi says, I'm gonna hit a home run for you. I'm gonna go out and do it. Thank you for being a fan. All this stuff. And he goes out and does it. To me, another one of those moments where it's just humanity over baseball. You can't write a better story than that. It's the plot of a movie, and that means so much more to everybody who was involved in that and everyone who's been exposed to that situation than any kind of baseball moment could. So for that makes number 2. Number 1 on this list is Big Papi's 2004 ALCS Game 4 walk-off home run. Now, why is this number 1? Because at this point, it was 3-0 Yankees. It looked like the writing was on the wall for the Red Sox. No team has ever come back from 3-0 to win. This sent them to the next game. It got them to the next game. Get us to the next moment. Let us survive. That's important. That home run, it paved the way for one of the most memorable, if not the most memorable series of all time in baseball history, and literally changed baseball history. It changed the way sports were approaching 3-0 series leads, 3-1 leads, all that stuff, and all the pressure now. You don't want to be that team that blows it again. And it just, to me, it's setting that foundation. It's where Big Papi's legacy was born. That is where the legend of Big Papi and all of his clutch genes, that is where the first iteration of that was really, truly seen. So, all that being said, guys, that's number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If there's anything you guys think was better than this on the top 5 that should have been on the list, excuse me, or should have been an honorable mention, you let me know in the comment section below, and you let me know what you think of my top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you follow Dugout on all their socials. I'm your boy Ochev. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.